welcome back to the deep dive. Usually when we sit down here, we have a stack of articles, maybe a thick nonfiction book, or some pretty complex research.
Right. And our job is usually to distill everything.
Exactly. We condense, we summarize, we try to speed things up for you. But today we're doing the complete opposite. We are not zooming out to look at the big picture.
No, we're zooming way, way in. We're slowing everything down. Today isn't about, information overload.
No.
It's about mastery. We have this source document. It's called Vocab Set 105.
It sounds very official. A bit like a catalog number from some dusty library archive.
It really does. But inside this list, there are 30 absolute gems of the English language.
And these aren't just random words, are they? These are the ones that do the heavy lifting.
That's the perfect phrase for them. They're the idioms, the phrasal verbs.
Yeah.
They act as this bridge.
A bridge from what to what?
From sounding like a textbook, robotically correct.
Right. To sounding like a living, breathing native speaker.
Exactly. And because our mission today is mastery, we're going to adopt a bit of a different persona.
Okay.
Think of us as your patient, calm English teachers. We are not going to rush.
No skipping over the nuance.
None. We are going to apply a really rigorous checklist to every single one of these 30 items.
I love that. So for every phrase, we're looking at the meaning, obviously.
Of course.
But then we're going to give, 3 solid examples to see it in action?
3 for each one. We'll look at the word family, the synonyms, the collocations.
Collocations, those are the words that just naturally stick together.
They are. And we'll even look at the opposites.
So it's a deep conceptual breakdown.
It is. By the end of this hour, the goal isn't for you to just, recognize these words when you hear them.
Right. The goal is for you to own them.
To own them. To feel really comfortable using them yourself.
Okay, so settle in. Let's open the file. We're starting with section 1. This section is all about preferences and likes, basically how we feel about things.
And we are starting with a phrasal verb that is, honestly, a bit of a chameleon.
A chameleon? How so?
It changes its colors depending on where it sits.
Ah, okay. The phrase is, go off.
Go off. Such a small phrase, right?
Yeah.
2 tiny words, but it does a whole lot of work.
So let's unpack the meaning. And let's do it slowly, because you said there are a few different ways we use this.
There are 3 really distinct ways.
And they seem totally unrelated at first glance.
They really do. The first meaning relates to food.
Okay.
If food goes off, it decays, it becomes unfit to eat.
It's gone bad. Spoiled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's that journey from fresh to spoiled.
Okay, that's meaning number 1. What's number 2?
Number 2 is about sound, specifically alarms. If an alarm goes off, it starts ringing loudly. It activates. Right,
like a car alarm or my alarm clock in the morning.
Precisely. And the third meaning, and this is the one that fits into our preferences section, is when you go off a person or an activity. It means you stop liking them. You lose interest.
That's fascinating, because in the first 2, the subject is doing something active.
Yeah.
The milk goes bad. The alarm starts ringing.
Yes.
But in that third one, I'm the one who's changing. My feeling is fading.
That's a brilliant observation. It's all about a change of state. Let's look at 3 examples, just to make this crystal clear.
Okay, let's do it.
Example 1, for the food meaning, put the milk in the fridge or it will go off.
Simple enough. Keep it cold or it spoils.
Exactly. Example 2, for the alarm. My alarm didn't go off this morning, so I was late.
A classic excuse. I think I've used that one.
We all have. And now, example 3, for preferences. I used to love that band, but I've gone off them recently.
See, that third one feels so useful. It's much softer than saying, I hate them now.
It is. It's so much softer.
It just implies the feeling has sort of faded away naturally.
It does. It suggests a natural decline in your interest. So let's talk about the semantic field here. For food, this phrase sits in the category of deterioration. For alarms, it's activation. And for likes, it's disengagement.
3 totally different concepts.
Totally different. Now, for synonyms, for food, what else could you say?
You could say spoil, rot, maybe turn, like the milk has turned.
Perfect. For an alarm, you could say ring, sound, or trigger.
Right.
And for that interest meaning, the synonyms would be lose interest in or tire of.
And what about prepositions? I feel like there's one that's important.
There is. With the preference, meaning it's always transitive. You have to go off something or someone.
You can't just say, I went off. It feels incomplete.
It is. You have to say, I went off football or I went off that TV show.
Got it. And the opposites.
Well, for food, the opposite state is to keep fresh.
Makes sense.
For an alarm, the opposite is to remain silent. And for interest, the opposite would be something like to stay interested in or to remain fond of.
Okay, that is a really solid, deep start. Let's move to item number 2. This is a classic, really casual way to talk about hobbies. The phrase is, be into something.
Be into something. I love this one. It's informal, it sounds very natural, and it's full of enthusiasm.
Right. It's more than just, I like it.
So much more. It means to be very, very interested in a subject or an activity, but there's a nuance here. It implies active participation.
Or at least a deep curiosity.
Exactly. It's not, I like it, it's, I am immersed in it.
Yeah, that preposition, into, gives it that visual, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like you are physically inside the hobby.
That's a great way to think about it. You're surrounded by it. Let's hear 3 examples.
Okay.
Sentence 1. She is really into yoga these days. She goes every morning.
So active participation. She's doing it.
Right. Sentence 2, a negative example. I'm not really into spicy food.
I noticed that's a very polite way to say you don't like something.
It's a key social usage, yes. Saying I hate spicy food can sound a little harsh, maybe even a bit childish.
But I'm not into it. Just sounds like a personal preference. No judgment.
Exactly. And sentence 3. He has been into sci-fi novels since he was a teenager.
So that shows duration. It's a long-term interest.
Now, the word family here revolves around concepts like enthusiasm or passion.
And what about synonyms? What's another way to say this?
You could say keen on or fond of, maybe even crazy about, though that one's even stronger.
Keen on feels a bit more British to me. Is that right?
It is. You'll hear it more in the UK. In the US, into is probably more common.
Okay. And what about collocations? Are there words that usually sit next to into?
Yes, very often you'll hear adverbs of degree.
Like what?
Things like really into, heavily into, big into, or totally into.
He's heavily into crypto right now. I feel like I hear that a lot.
Exactly. It shows the level of immersion.
And the opposite, what if you're not into it?
The opposite is simply to be uninterested in, or to dislike, or maybe just to be indifferent to.
Which actually leads us perfectly to item number 3.
It does.
This is another way to express that opposite feeling, but with a very specific tone. Item 3 is not somebody's thing.
Not somebody's thing. Ah, this is a quintessential diplomatic phrase.
Diplomatic, I like that.
It is. The meaning is simple. You don't enjoy something or it doesn't suit your personal tastes.
But the nuance is the crucial part.
It is. It completely removes any judgment. You're not saying the activity is bad.
You're just saying it doesn't fit you.
Precisely.
It's not you, it's me of hobbies.
That is the perfect way to put it. Yes, it's all subjective. Let's look at the examples. Example 1. Thanks for the invite to the club, but dancing isn't really my thing.
I use this all the time. It's a great way to decline an invitation without being rude.
It's essential for social grace. Example 2. He tried golf, but decided it wasn't his thing.
So he gave it a shot, no harm done.
Right. And 3. Rom-coms aren't my thing. I prefer thrillers.
It's just a statement of preference. So the semantic field here would be preference and maybe suitability.
Exactly. Suitability is a great word for it. Now, for synonyms, you might hear not my cup of tea.
That one's very British, right?
Very much so. Or you could say it doesn't appeal to me.
What about not my bag? I've heard that one.
You might, but it is a bit dated now.
A bit 1970s, maybe.
A little bit. I'd say stick with not my thing. It's more current.
And the opposite. If something is your thing?
The opposite would be it's right up my alley, or it's just my type, something that fits you perfectly.
Okay, let's dial up the intensity a bit. We're moving from not my thing, which is very polite, to strong dislike.
Right.
Item number 4 is a two-parter. I can't bear doing something, or I can't stand doing something.
These are powerful phrases. I can't bear and I can't stand. Both express a really strong dislike or intolerance.
Are they interchangeable, or is there a slight difference?
For a mastery level, there is a shade of difference. It's subtle, but it's there.
Let's get into it.
Can't bear often implies an emotional suffering, a weight, something that's too painful to endure. Ah, okay. It comes from the verb to bear, like carrying a heavy load.
Exactly. Whereas can't stand usually implies extreme annoyance, irritation, or frustration, something that really pushes your buttons.
That's a great distinction. So can't bear is heavier, more emotional, and can't stand is sharper, more about irritation.
Precisely. Let's see them in action.
Okay.
Example 1. I can't stand waiting in long queues.
That's pure annoyance, frustration.
Exactly. Example 2. She can't bear to see animals suffering.
See, that's emotional pain. It's a deep feeling.
It is. And example 3. I can't stand his arrogance. A strong dislike of a personal trait.
Right. I noticed the grammar can vary here, too.
How so?
You can use the gerund, the ing form, like, I can't stand waiting.
Or you can use the infinitive. I can't bear to wait.
Both are grammatically correct. It's good to be comfortable with both forms.
And the word family?
It includes the adjective unbearable. If the heat is too high, it is unbearable.
Right. Or for can't stand, maybe insufferable.
Insufferable is a perfect word, yes.
And synonyms, beyond the obvious one, hate.
You could use detest or loathe. Those are very strong.
What about collocations?
They often involve sensory experiences or behaviors. Things like can't stand the smell, can't bear the thought of, or can't stand the sight of.
And the opposite, if you can bear it.
Well, the strong opposite would be adore, love, or cherish. A more neutral opposite would just be tolerate.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Moving on to item 5. This is about a change of heart, but in a positive direction this time.
Yes.
Item 5, grow on somebody.
Grow on somebody. This is when you didn't like something at first. Maybe you even disliked it.
Mm-hmm.
But slowly, over time, you start to like it. It implies a very gradual process. The object grows in your estimation.
I love the visual of that. It's like a plant slowly taking root.
That's a great analogy.
It suggests that first impressions aren't always right.
Exactly. It requires patience. Let's look at the examples.
Okay.
1. I didn't like this album at first, but it's starting to grow on me.
So you had to listen to it a few times.
Right. Example 2. I wasn't sure about the new house, but it has really grown on us.
So after living there for a while, the feeling changed.
Yes. And example 3. Give him time. His sense of humor will grow on you.
That last one is interesting. It's almost a warning that he might be a bit annoying at first.
It is. It's a way of asking for patience on someone else's behalf.
So the semantic field here is development or change of opinion.
Perfect. For synonyms, you could say acquire a taste for, or maybe warm up to.
Warm up to. I like that one. And the opposite.
The opposite would be something like to tire of or to lose interest in.
So it's the reverse process.
Exactly. If something grows on you, your affection increases. If you tire of it, your affection decreases.
Okay, let's round out our first section on preferences. Item number 6 is 2 for my liking.
2 for my liking. This is a great one. It's a formal or at least polite and slightly critical phrase.
How does it work?
You use it to say that something is excessive or not to your taste. But by adding for my liking at the end, you soften the blow. You make it subjective.
Right, so instead of saying, this soup is too salty, which sounds like you're stating an objective fact,
And maybe insulting the chef.
you would say, this soup is a bit too salty for my liking.
Exactly. It makes it about your personal palate, not about a failure on the chef's part.
That's so useful. Let's hear the examples.
Okay. 1. The music in here is too loud for my liking.
So you're not saying turn it down, you're just expressing your discomfort.
Precisely. 2. The plot of the movie was too chaotic for my liking.
And 3.
3. The decor is a bit too modern for my liking.
So it's very useful for giving feedback without starting an argument.
That's its primary function. Now, collocations often involve adjectives of intensity or sensory details.
Like too sweet, too spicy, too expensive.
Shush, crowd it, exactly.
And the opposite phrase would be what? Just right.
Just right is perfect. Or you could say, it's perfect, or it's just to my taste.
Okay, let's take a quick breath. That was section 1. We've covered liking things, disliking things, changing our minds.
A lot of ground on preferences.
For sure. Now we're moving into section 2. This one is called life focus and organization. These phrases describe how we structure our lives and our priorities.
Right. And item 7 is a big one. It's often used metaphorically. Item 7 is revolve around somebody something.
Revolve around like a planet revolving around the sun.
Exactly like that. To treat someone or something as the absolute center of your
The
universe.
most important thing.
Yes. When you use this metaphorically, you're saying that one thing is central and everything else is secondary.
And that preposition, around, is key. You can't change it.
It's non-negotiable here. It has to be around.
Is it usually a positive thing to say or a negative one?
It can be both, which is what makes it so interesting. Let's look at the examples to see that range.
Look.
1. His whole life revolves around his children.
Now that sounds positive. It implies devotion, love.
It does, but look at example 2. The discussion revolved around the issue of funding.
That's neutral. It just means that was the main topic.
Right, and now example 3. You can't expect the world to revolve around you.
And that's definitely negative. You're accusing someone of being selfish or self-centered.
Exactly. It's a classic line for parents to say to their kids.
For sure. So the semantic field here is centrality or focus.
Yes. Synonyms would include center on, focus on, or be based on.
And collocations are pretty straightforward.
They are. You either have the literal revolve around the sun or the figurative revolve around me, revolve around the issue.
And an opposite if it doesn't revolve around something.
The opposite would be to be peripheral to have nothing to do with, or to be unrelated to.
Okay, connected to that same kind of intensity as item 8, live for something.
Live for something. This means to have something as your main source of pleasure or purpose in life.
It's the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning.
That's exactly it. It implies a deep, almost singular devotion to something.
It feels very emotional when someone says it. Very dramatic.
It is. It's not a casual phrase. Let's look at the examples.
Okay.
1. He works hard during the week, but he lives for the weekend.
So the weekend is his reason for getting through the week.
Yes. 2. She is a true artist. She lives for her art.
Meaning her art is her entire purpose.
Right. And 3, they live for their annual vacation.
I feel like teenagers use this a lot too, but maybe with a bit of hyperbole.
Oh, absolutely. I live for this band. It's a common one.
So synonyms would be devoted to, be dedicated to.
Maybe even something poetic like breathe for.
And is there a direct opposite?
Not really a single phrase, but the opposite concept would be to be indifferent to, or even to dread.
Right. If you live for the weekend, you'll probably dread Monday morning.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's get a bit more practical with item 9. Put something together.
Put something together. This is such a versatile and common phrasal verb.
I feel like I use it all the time.
We all do. It can mean to assemble parts into a whole, or it can mean to organize a group or a plan.
So it works for physical objects, like furniture from a box.
Right. And for abstract concepts like ideas or a team.
Lego sets and business plans.
Exactly. Let's see that distinction in the examples.
Okay.
1. It took me 3 hours to put this cabinet together.
That's the physical assembly, the IKEA example.
The classic IKEA example. 2. We need to put together a proposal for the client.
That's organizing ideas into a coherent document.
And 3. She put together a great team for the project.
And that's organizing people.
Right. So it's all about synthesis. It's about creating structure out of, well, a bunch of different parts.
So the semantic field is construction or organization.
Yes. And synonyms could be assemble, compile, organize, or create.
And the opposite is very clear here, right?
It is.
Oh.
If you build something, you put it together. If you deconstruct it,
You take it apart.
or dismantle or disassemble.
Got it. Moving to item 10. In somebody's place or in place of something.
Okay, so this one covers 2 related but distinct ideas. Substitution and perspective.
Let's break that down.
In somebody's place refers to being in their situation, usually hypothetically. It's about empathy.
Putting yourself in their shoes.
Exactly. Whereas in place of means substituting one thing for another. That's about replacement.
Let's hear the examples to make that clear, because those really are 2 different vibes.
They are. Okay, example 1. If I were in your place, I would accept the offer.
That's perspective. If I were you.
Right. Example 2. We used almond milk in place of regular milk.
That's a direct substitution.
And example 3. She couldn't attend, so I went in her place.
That one's about representation. Acting as a substitute for a person.
Correct. So for that perspective meaning, your synonym in someone's shoes is the perfect idiom.
And for substitution.
You'd say instead of as a substitute for or replacing.
And collocations.
You'll often hear stand in place of, go in place of, or the phrase put yourself in my place.
Okay, shifting gears now. Section 3 is a bit more volatile.
Yes, a little bit.
The title is Destruction and Accidents.
So these verbs describe things breaking, crashing, ending. It's a very high energy section.
It is. Item 11 is common but essential. Throw away or throw out.
Throw away or throw out. So the basic meaning is to discard something useless, to get rid of it.
But is there a difference between the 2? I use them interchangeably.
And you can. They're often interchangeable. But for the mastery student, there is a tiny, tiny nuance.
Okay, let's hear it.
Throw out can often suggest physically removing it from a building, literally putting it out of the house.
Ah, I see. Into the trash can outside.
Right, whereas throwaway can have a broader sense of discarding, wasting, or losing something forever.
Let's look at the examples to see that in action.
Okay. 1, don't throw away those papers, I need them. A general discard.
Right.
2, I need to throw out this old food. This one implies putting it in the outside bin.
Okay, I see the slight difference. And number 3.
Number 3 is the metaphorical one. He threw away a great opportunity by quitting.
And that one is so crucial. You can't say he threw out an opportunity.
No, that wouldn't work. For the metaphorical meaning of wasting something, it has to be throw away.
You can throw away a marriage, a career, a chance.
Exactly. So the semantic field is waste management, or, more broadly, loss,
Synonyms.
discard, dump, dispose of. Or, informally in British English, you might say bin.
Just bin it.
Right. And the opposite is very clear.
To keep, retain, save.
Or salvage.
Okay, item 12 gets much more serious. Burn something down.
Burn something down. This means to destroy a building by fire, specifically to the point where it collapses or is completely gone.
So the word down is the key here.
It is everything. It signifies total and utter destruction.
So if I burn my toast in the toaster, I haven't burned it down.
No, you just burned it. If your kitchen catches fire but the house is still standing, you burned the kitchen. If the house is a pile of ash,
Then you burned it down.
then you burned it down. Let's see the examples.
Okay.
1, the old library burned down last night.
Total destruction. It's gone.
Right. 2, they threatened to burn the house down.
And 3,
3, the forest fire burned down several cabins.
it really implies a leveling. Something that was vertical is now flat.
That's a great way to visualize it, yes. The semantic field is fire and destruction.
Synonyms might be raise, but that's very formal.
Very formal. Or incinerate, or simply destroy by fire.
And the opposite action is constructive.
Yes. To build up, to construct, to erect, or to restore.
Okay, item 13 is an impact phrase. Crash into something, somebody.
Trash into. This describes a violent collision. And again, the preposition into is so important.
Why into?
It indicates movement and penetration, or at least a very strong impact. You don't just crash a wall, you crash into a wall.
So the into really carries the force of the action.
It does. It shows the trajectory. Let's look at the examples.
Okay.
1, the car skidded on the ice and crashed into a tree.
A classic accident scenario.
2, I was walking while looking at my phone and crashed into a stranger.
That's a much less serious, more clumsy kind of accident.
Right. And 3, the waves crashed into the rocks.
I like that one. It's very descriptive. Nature doing the crashing.
Yes. Synonyms here would include collide with, slam into, smash into, or just hit.
Is there an opposite for crashing?
Not a direct one for the action itself, but the opposite outcome would be to avoid, to miss, or to swerve around.
Okay. Item 14 is interesting because it works as both a verb and a noun. Write off and write something off.
Yes. This comes to us from the world of accounting.
How so?
Well, as a verb, to write something off literally means to remove a value from the record books, to accept that a debt is a loss and you're never getting it back.
And as a noun?
As a noun, a write-off, it's something that is damaged beyond repair, most commonly a car after a bad accident.
Right. And we use it for people too, don't we? Metaphorically.
We do. Let's get these different uses clear with the examples. 1, the car was so damaged in the accident it was a total write-off.
That's the noun. The car is worthless.
Correct. 2, the bank had to write off all the bad loans.
That's the verb in its original financial sense.
Yes. And 3, don't write him off just yet. He might still succeed.
And that's the metaphorical verb. It means don't dismiss him.
Right. Don't write me off is such an important phrase. It means don't assume I'm finished or that I've failed completely.
It's a plea for a second chance.
It is. So synonyms. For the debt, you could say cancel. For the car, wreck or total. And for a person,
dismiss or disregard.
perfect. And the opposite would be to validate, count on, or restore.
Okay, item 15 gives us another comparison. Break something down versus smash something down.
This is a study in intensity.
How so?
Breakdown can be structural, like removing a barrier, or it can be analytical. Smashdown implies violence, anger, and excessive force. Smash is just a much more violent-sounding word.
So breakdown is the standard action, and smash down adds all this drama and force.
That's a great way to put it. Let's see. 1. The police had to break down the door to enter.
That's functional. They needed to get in.
Right. 2. He smashed down the wall with a sledgehammer.
That suggests aggressive force, maybe anger.
It does. And now for the third, very different meaning. Let's break down the sales figures to understand the loss.
Ah, okay. You could never smash down sales figures.
No, that would just be messy. Break down in this analytical sense means to separate something into smaller parts to understand it better.
And the opposite of breaking a physical barrier down
Would be to build up, fortify, or construct it.
Okay, finally for this destructive section, item 16. Tear something to bits or tore something to pieces.
Tear something to bits. Literally, this means destroying something by ripping it into small fragments. But metaphorically, it means to criticize someone or something very, very harshly, to completely destroy their reputation or their work with words.
It's like a really bad review of a movie in a newspaper.
Exactly like that. Let's look at the examples. 1, the literal. The puppy tore the newspaper to bits.
Simple enough.
2, also literal but more emotional. She was so angry she tore the letter to pieces.
You can picture the emotion there.
Yes. And 3, the metaphorical. The critics tore his new movie to pieces.
It's so visual. You can almost imagine the critic physically ripping the movie script apart.
That's why it's such a powerful idiom. So synonyms could be shred, rip up, destroy, or for criticism, a great verb is to savage.
Ooh, I like that one. And the opposite.
To mend, repair, tape together, or for the criticism to praise or acclaim.
Okay, we are halfway through. Let's take a deep breath. We're now entering section 4, origins, endings, and creation. So we're looking at how things start, how they finish, and where they rank. Item 17, come in, first, second, etc.
Come in. In this context, it refers to your rank or position in a competition or a race.
So this is not about, say, walking through a door like, come in, the door's open?
No, absolutely not. In this context, it is strictly about placement and ranking.
Got it. Let's hear the examples.
Okay. 1, our team came in first place.
A celebration.
2, he was disappointed to come in last.
The opposite feeling.
Right. And 3, she worked hard and came in second in the spelling bee.
So it's very specific to contests. Synonyms would be maybe to place, as in I placed second.
Place is a perfect synonym, or finish, or rank.
And the opposite is just about the rank itself coming in first versus coming in last.
Exactly.
Okay, item 18. Finish it up with something.
Finish up with. Now, the addition of the word up here is what we call distinctively completive.
What does that mean, completive?
It means it adds a sense of bringing a task to a complete, tidy close, or using the very last of a resource. To finish is just to end. To finish up is to end completely.
So up adds that sense of all done, tidying away.
That's a great way to think of it. It can also, by the way, refer to ending a relationship.
Let's hear the examples for these different uses.
Okay. 1, we finished up with a lovely chocolate cake.
Meaning, the meal ended with the cake as the final item.
Right. 2, I need another hour to finish up with this report.
That implies completing the final details, dotting the I's.
Precisely. And 3, the relationship one. She decided to finish with him after the argument.
Now that one feels a bit more common in British English, right? I'm finished with you.
Yes, it is. In American English, you'd be much more likely to hear break up with.
Okay, so synonyms would be conclude, complete, wrap up,
or terminate.
And the opposite is simple. Start, begin, initiate.
Correct.
Okay, item 19 is a bit of a sad one for economics, especially these days. Close down.
Close down. This means a business stops operating permanently. It's not just closing for the night, which is just to close.
Right. This is final. The windows are boarded up. It's over.
It is. It's the end of the business.
Let's hear the examples.
1, many small shops had to close down during the recession.
A common story.
2, the factory closed down, leaving many unemployed.
And 3.
3, they decided to close down the branch due to low sales.
So the semantic field is business failure or termination.
Exactly. Synonyms would be shut down, go out of business, fold, or cease trading.
And the opposite of closing down
would be to open up, start up, launch, or expand.
Speaking of starting, that brings us to item 20, which is the exact opposite. Set up.
Set up. This is an extremely common phrasal verb.
It's one of those that has a million different uses.
It's like the Swiss Army knife of phrasal verbs. It can mean to start a business, to arrange a system, or to place equipment in position so it's ready to work.
So let's focus on those three main uses.
Okay. 1, for business creation. She wants to set up her own marketing company.
To establish or found it.
Right. 2, for arrangement, which can sometimes mean a trap. The police set up a roadblock.
Okay. And 3, for equipment.
Can you help me set up the sound system for the party?
So it's all about preparation and establishment.
It is. Synonyms could be establish, found, arrange, install, configure.
And the opposite is to dismantle, take down, or in the case of a business, close down.
Exactly.
Item 21, come about.
Come about. This is a lovely alternative to happen or occur.
What's the nuance? Why say this instead of just happen?
It implies a process. It often focuses on the cause or the origin of the event. It asks the question, how did we get to this situation?
So it feels a bit more passive than, say, cause. It's like things shifted and this result emerged.
Yes, emerged is a great word for it. It suggests an emergence over time.
Let's hear it in a sentence.
1, how did this problem come about?
So what was the process that led to this?
Exactly. 2, the changes came about due to new management.
Cause and effect.
And 3, a peaceful solution came about eventually.
That one sounds very narrative.
Yeah.
And so it came about that.
Exactly. It has that storytelling quality. Synonyms are transpire, arise, happen, take place.
And is there a direct opposite?
Not really, other than just saying it did not happen or it was prevented.
Okay. Item 22 is another one about destruction. Knock something down.
Knock something down. This connects back to our earlier one, burn down. It means to demolish a building or to hit someone or something to the ground.
But this time with physical force, not fire. Like a wrecking ball.
A wrecking ball is the perfect image. Or a punch.
Okay, let's hear the examples.
1, they are going to knock down the old stadium to build a new one.
So demolition.
Right. 2, the boxer knocked his opponent down in the first round.
A physical strike.
And 3, the strong wind knocked down our fence.
So it can be intentional, like the demolition, or accidental, like the wind?
Yes, absolutely. Synonyms would be demolish, flatten, topple, or bulldoze.
And the opposite, once again, is to build.
To build, construct, raise, or erect.
Okay, item 23 is a great idiom. Start from scratch, or just from scratch?
From scratch. This is a lovely phrase. It means to begin with nothing. To create something without using any pre-made parts or any earlier work.
I always think of cooking when I hear this. I made this cake from scratch.
That is the most common and original context. It means you didn't use a box mix. You started with the basic ingredients: flour, eggs, sugar.
Right.
So example 1, she baked the cake from scratch using her grandmother's recipe.
And what about outside of cooking?
Example 2, the project failed, so we had to throw it all out and start from scratch.
Start over from the very beginning.
Yes, and 3, for business. He built his entire company from scratch.
It implies a lot of effort and authenticity. And in business, it suggests a self-made success story.
Absolutely. Synonyms would be start over, begin at the beginning, or from square one.
Kind of the opposite.
To use a template, to use something pre-made, or simply to continue from where you were.
Okay, we are in the final stretch now, section 5. This is about development and innovation.
Moving things forward.
Exactly. Item 24, early on.
Early on. This is an adverbial phrase. It means in the beginning stages of a period or a process. It just sets the timeline.
So how is it different from just saying the word early?
Well, early can just refer to a time of day, like 6:00 a.m. is early. Early on refers to a phase within a longer duration.
I see. It's relative to a process.
Exactly. Let's look at the examples. 1, I realized early on that this job wasn't for me.
Meaning in the first few weeks or months of the job.
Right. 2, early on in the game, our team scored a goal.
So in the first few minutes.
And 3, the problem was identified early on so we could fix it.
It really emphasizes that initial phase of a narrative or a project.
It does. Synonyms are at the beginning, initially, or in the early stages.
And the opposite is pretty clear.
Yes, later on, subsequently, or at the end.
Okay, item 25 is a very vivid metaphor. Get something off the ground or get off the ground.
Get off the ground. This comes directly from aviation. For an airplane to fly, it has to first overcome gravity and lift off the ground.
Right.
In business or for projects, it means to successfully start or launch something. And it specifically implies that the beginning is the hardest part.
So it's about making something viable. It's that first difficult push.
That's exactly it. Let's see the examples.
Okay.
1, We are struggling to get this project off the ground due to a lack of funding.
So they're stuck in that initial difficult phase.
Right. 2, once the business gets off the ground, we expect it will be very profitable.
So after it's successfully launched.
And 3, a negative one. Her political campaign never really got off the ground.
It failed to launch. It never gained momentum.
Precisely. It implies overcoming inertia. Synonyms would be launch, start, initiate, or get underway.
And the opposite.
Fail to launch, stall, or even, to continue the metaphor, to crash.
Okay. Item 26, take shape.
Take shape. This means to develop into a clear or definite form. Something that was vague, maybe chaotic, is now becoming visible and organized.
I love that. It's like a sculpture slowly emerging from a block of stone.
That is a beautiful image for it, yes.
Let's hear the examples.
1, the new building is finally beginning to take shape. You can see what it's going to look like.
Right. 2, our holiday plans are starting to take shape. We've booked the flights and the hotel.
So it's moving from an idea to a real plan.
It is. And 3, an idea began to take shape in his mind.
That's a great one for creative thinking.
It is. It's a very satisfying feeling when things start to take shape. It means progress is being made.
And synonyms.
To form, to materialize, to crystallize, to develop.
And the opposite would be to fall apart.
Fall apart, disintegrate, or remain vague.
Item 27, judging by or judging from something.
Judging by. This is used to introduce a deduction or an opinion that you've formed based on evidence you can see or hear.
So it's the detective's phrase.
It's the Sherlock Holmes phrase, exactly. Judging by the mud on your shoes.
You must have walked through the park.
Precisely. You look at the evidence and you make a claim. Let's see the examples.
Okay.
1, judging by these dark clouds, it's definitely going to rain.
The evidence is the clouds. The deduction is rain.
Right. 2, judging from his expression, he didn't like the news. Evidence.
Yeah.
His face. Deduction. His feelings.
And 3, judging by the incredible sales figures, the new product is a huge hit.
So you're interpreting signs to reach a conclusion.
You are. Synonyms would be based on, according to, considering, or taking into account.
And is there an opposite?
Not a direct one, but the opposite action would be ignoring the facts or jumping to a conclusion without evidence.
Right. Item 28. Break new ground.
Break new ground. This means to do something innovative that has never been done before. Literally, it comes from construction or farming, breaking the ground where no one has ever dug before.
So it's about innovation, being a pioneer.
Yes, exactly.
Let's hear it.
1, this scientific research breaks new ground in cancer treatment.
It's a major advance.
Right. 2, the artist is known for breaking new ground with her use of digital media.
So she's an innovator.
And 3, they hope to break new ground with this new technology.
The word family here is important too. It includes the famous adjective groundbreaking.
Yes, you'd say that was a groundbreaking discovery.
And synonyms for the phrasal verb.
To innovate, to pioneer, to blaze a trail, or to revolutionize.
And the opposite.
To follow convention, to stick to the old ways, or to tread the same path.
Item 29. Out of date.
Out of date. This describes something that is old-fashioned or no longer valid. It generally applies to 2 main categories.
And what are those?
The first is perishables, things like food or documents that expire. The second is trends, things like fashion or technology that become obsolete.
So a carton of milk and a pair of bell-bottom jeans.
Perfect examples. Both can be out of date. Let's see it in the sentences.
Okay.
1, this milk is out of date. You should smell it before you use it.
That's the expired meaning.
Right. 2, those computers in the library are hopelessly out of date.
That's the obsolete technology meaning.
And 3, his ideas about management are a bit out of date.
So his thinking is old-fashioned.
Exactly. It just means it belongs to the past.
Good.
Synonyms would be expired, obsolete, old-fashioned, antiquated, or the great idiom, past its sell-by date.
And the opposite is very common.
Very up-to-date or modern, current, fresh.
Okay, and finally, item 30. We end on a note of spontaneity, on impulse.
On impulse. This means doing something suddenly without planning or deep thought. It's acting on a sudden urge or feeling.
The most dangerous phrase for shoppers standing in the checkout line.
Indeed. The classic impulse buy.
Let's hear the examples.
1, I wasn't planning to get a new coat, but I bought this one on impulse.
The classic impulse buy.
Right. 2, a much bigger decision. She quit her job on impulse.
That sounds risky.
It can be. 3, he acted on impulse and regretted it later.
So the word family here includes the adjective impulsive. He's an impulsive person.
Yes, that's the direct connection. For synonyms, you could say spontaneously, on a whim, impulsively, or on the spur of the moment.
And the opposite of acting on impulse
Would be to act deliberately, in a planned way, thoughtfully, or even with premeditation.
And there we have it. 30 phrases. Wow. We have built things up. We've burned them down. We've fallen in love with hobbies, and we've judged things by their appearance.
It was a marathon, but we walked it very slowly. We didn't sprint.
Exactly. And I think that's the key to this whole deep dive. By taking the time to really look at the opposites, the collocations, the different contexts, the words feel heavier now.
They feel more real.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between just memorizing a list and actually understanding a language.
Right.
When you understand the why, why we say burn down and not just burn, or why can't bear feels heavier than can't stand, it sticks with you.
So here is my final challenge to you, the listener. Don't let this hour just fade away. Pick one phrase, just one. Maybe it's take shape, or maybe it's come about.
Any one of the 30.
And use it. Use it in a real conversation or an email or even just in a sentence you write for yourself within the next hour.
Connect it to your life. Make it yours.
Because language mastery is a process.
It is. It takes time to get off the ground, but eventually your fluency will begin to take shape.
I see what you did there. Very clever. Thanks for diving deep with us today. We'll see you on the next one.
Goodbye.